grandfather.
Layer of paint. Then we'll have to remove it, set it down, let it dry, flip it over and do the other side after it's dry. So what we're doing right now is going back over these. We'll do it a couple different times. Sealing these. This is a sealant slash paint. So it will seal the wood. That's why we're going to go over a couple times, make sure you get everything. And it will seal them from leaking, draw moisture in. That way they're good to be out in the weather. And then in the winter time, we'll put these in storage so that they don't accumulate snow. And as long as you do this every year or two, it should last for years. Basically, I flip these upside down, putting screws in the bottom to hold them together, and then I will flip them over and start working on putting the back and the bracing boards. We have wood screws that go all the way through the bottom board and into the next one. Hold it together. So I'm installing the back pieces now. Had to switch screws using a small wood screw to put them together. But for the back, I'm using a big, long, heavy-duty screw that drives in further. But it has a different head, so I have to switch heads on the drill. Try to line these up even with the edge. That way it doesn't hang over like it's not right. So you will find it as close as you can. I'm doing this by eye though. So. I hold the edge of the screw until I get it started, then I let go. Because those are going to go into the wood, like so. Switch our tips. So we're putting door hinges on this one because it's going to be a slightly reclined one. The other one will be straight up and down, so we won't need those. So I'm only going to be able to put one screw in the center, but these backers will hold it in place. So the main thing of these are to make sure that it works so it reclines, like so. Got the hinges in the back here. So you can tilt this up. I'm going to make a bracket for this. Just a piece of wood that you can stick in there if you want to set it up, or if you want to recline it. And it'll be done. And then we're buying outdoor cushions to put on. And these wiped off. It's kind of pretty sealer too. So last thing we're going to do is touch up a couple spots here. I have a waterproof sealer. It's in a can. We'll just spray touch it up. And it's not perfect because the pallets weren't perfect, but it's comfortable. Once we throw the cushions on it, it'll be ready to go. It's homemade. Didn't cost anything.
And it's free because it's from the pallet instead of throwing.
The pallet came for free when we got our pavers delivered, so it's good.
So this is another one.
This is the smaller one.
Yeah, this is the smaller one.
It will not have the recline. It'll be straight up and down.
So there's 2 pallet.
Thin pallet and thicker pallet.
Yeah. So there's a 2 up and down. So this is the bottom.
Basically, the only price of this was buying the screws, but I didn't have to buy any. I already had a bunch. Don't strip your screws out while you're doing it. So, as you see, I measured these pallets when I cut them, as the measurements were made, but the pallets are not cut evenly. So there's a slight tip to one of these, but when I put them on, I'll tighten the top down, but not the bottom as much. And these will be straight up brackets. See, it's going to be slightly crooked, so I need to hold it like this when I do it up. And I will screw it in, and then your cushions will hide it.
So this is how it works?
Yeah, because see the pallet, they just,
yeah.
They're not the same length. When they build these pallets, see how they put the wood? It's crooked.
It's crooked, that's why. So
But they just slap them together. They're in a hurry. They're not really care how they look.
Because it's a pallet anyway, so it's not
So when we put it like this,
okay,
and screw it in, and you get your cushions on, it'll be good. The last of the screws. So this was bowed a little bit. As you tighten these screws, it'll pull it into you. So it made it look like it's supposed to. Got it level here. When the cushions are on, it's going to look nice. It'll do what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to have that country feel to it. It's homemade out of pallets. Basically, the only cost was the screws that I already had and the paint which we had left over from doing our flower bed. So it didn't really cost anything. We just used extra stuff we already had.